side before giving it over to Gavin Grochek. Cushman feeds it inside to Bowser. Bowser blocked by View, had no place to go, and Joe View's defense forcing a Charger turnover. Alec Johnson will bring it down for the Kimmicks. Johnson at the top of the key, takes a couple of dribbles. Now working baseline to Jake Smith. Inside, Johnson was open briefly. Now he goes back out. Wide open is Nathan Blanky. Can't get the three-pointer to go. David Walter with the rebound, and a foul is going to be called that will send the Kimmicks to the free throw line.
Yeah, looks like David Walter is going to get a chance to push himself into the scoring column tonight.
Walter, a senior on the Midland High team, gets a friendly bounce on the first free throw. The foul called on Bowser, which is his first. Only the second one against Dow. Neither team in foul trouble. Second shot does not fall through, and we are all tied up 10-10 early on here in the second quarter. Chargers trying to work the baseline. Cushman, he's played the entire game, giving it to Blake Appel. Appel was left open, and Appel able to get the bucket to fall through. He's got 4 on the night, and the Chargers up by 2, just under 7 to play in the first half. Jake Smith wide open, drains the three-pointer. Nobody around, and Jake Smith able to hit the three-pointer, and the Kimmicks regain the lead. Back and forth we go, Midland up by 1. Chargers, Brandon Calhoun tried to go off the glass, couldn't do it. David Walter will pull down the board for Midland.
Yeah, well, Walter's had a couple of very impressive rebounds in the last minute or two.
Smith now working the ball for the Kimmicks. Over to Alec Johnson. Now feeds it to Nathan Blanky. Blanky waiting for the play to develop. Now picks up the dribble. Goes inside, Alec Johnson, triple teamed. The Chargers converging on him, so he fed it back out to Smith. Ball knocked away. Kimmicks will keep possession.
Well, so far you can tell that Dow has about 3 players with at least one eye on where Alec Johnson is. And it's really causing him the hard open shot.
Nathan Blanky, three-pointer, count it. Blanky having a tremendous afternoon for the Midland High Kimmicks. He's got 10 points on the night, and Dave McDonald wants a timeout for the Dow High Chargers as Midland High leads this game 16-12 with 5:53 to play, and McDonald trying to stop the three-point shooting of the Kimmicks.
Well, right now I don't think Dow is really closing down the perimeter shooting. They've not been hurt with the ball getting inside yet. But they've got to make sure that Midland High just doesn't get a chance to square their shoulders, set their feet, and let the ball fly. Both Blanky's had a chance to, he's got 2 threes right now, and he's been left wide open. And Smith, the last time down, he was wide open also. And I don't think that's really pleasing Coach McDonald at this time. His team's playing hard, and they're now behind, but they're not being outplayed yet.
Dow High with the ball after the timeout. Sean Cushman driving in, and a great job there. Cushman found the open lane, and Sean Cushman's got 6 points tonight. Back to a 2-point contest. Midland with the lead, 5:35 here in the second quarter. Blanky works the ball to Alec Johnson. Johnson on the baseline, goes inside by View, but the Chargers knock it away. Joe View had 2 Chargers surrounding him, just waiting, or Andrew Wiley, excuse me, and the Chargers just waiting for Wiley to be fed the basketball. Dow High working over to Brandon Bowser. Bowser now to Blake Appel. Appel with a couple of dribbles, baseline shot, and Appel no good, but the rebound briefly by Bowser, but then the Chargers throw it away.
Well, I'm curious how long Andrew Wiley is going to be able to stay on the court. He's been practicing a lot recently, but it's a whole lot different in a game.
It's great to see Wiley back out onto the basketball court. A great athlete.
He's headed to Eastern Michigan on a football scholarship next year. And I think they're looking forward to having his skills down there. Their program is growing.
Jake Smith working the ball for the Midland High Chemics. Now to David Walter. Walter gives it to Wiley. Wiley can't get the shot to go, and Sean Cushman will have it for Dow High. Cushman's been a player that has been all over the basketball court in this contest. Brennan Calhoun goes inside, and Cushman will now go to the free throw line. Walter didn't think that he made contact. The official thought otherwise, and Sean Cushman will have 2 free throws.
Yeah, well, Walter's trying to plead his case, but he's not winning it. So I think he's just got to go over, accept it, and hope the next time the call goes the other way.
Cushman able to get the free throw to fall. Sean Cushman, 6'2", has not seen the bench this game. He's a player with great stamina. And Cushman able to get both free throws to fall, and now Malik Garner will check in for the Chargers. All tied up, 16 points apiece, 4:20 to play here in the second quarter. Chargers defense trying to trap Walter in the corner. Midland will break it free. Jake Smith down the left side, now goes back over to Blanky. Blanky, long 2-pointer, count it. Nathan Blanky has got the hot hand for the Midland High Chemics, and Midland back on top by a pair with 4 minutes to go.
That gives Blanky a dozen, and we're still fairly early in this game.
Inside, good move by Blake Appel. The Chargers' leading scorer hooks one in, back to a tied game. Appel's got 6 points on the contest. It's 18-18, 3:45 to go. Teams now exchanging baskets. Nathan Blanky with the ball for the Midland High Chemics. Now to Jake Smith. Smith to Wiley. Back over to Blanky. Blanky, long 3-pointer. Shot is no good. I'm not sure that's the shot Eric Krause wanted. And Malik Garner, who's got a lot of speed, will bring the ball down for the Chargers.
Well, Nathan's teammates stopped moving, and so it didn't leave him an awful lot of options.
Cushman with a great feed to Appel, and Appel will feed it off the glass. The offense working for the Dow High Chargers. Appel with 8, and the Chargers with a 2-point lead, 3 minutes to go, and a foul will be called on Dow. As we mentioned, neither team in foul trouble. That's only the 3rd one on the Chargers. Midland with 4 fouls. Last time these two teams played, there were very few fouls called in that contest as well. Both teams play hard and clean, which is something that pleases both coaches.
And right now, Midland High's scoring is all coming from Blanky. And you like the fact he's scoring a lot, but at the same time, the other players may have a tendency to stop and watch.
Will Williams and Joe View will check in. Speaking of future college football players, Joe View on the court.
And he has selected a school. I'm not sure if I can really tell you where it is yet. I think
may not be official yet.
Well, he hasn't signed anything. He has talked to them on the phone, so that will come up in February. But he has made the decision.
And of course, due to NCAA policies, we will not jeopardize anything by saying anything about that. But that will be released in February when the signing information can be released. Right now, Nathan Blanky continuing to be strong for the Midland High Chemics as Blanky drives in, goes off the glass, and Blanky has a chance for a 3-point play. The foul is called on Malik Gardner. No, actually, check that. It's Brennan Calhoun that picks up the foul. I thought I'd be surprised that Gardner was underneath the basket to pick that up, and he didn't. All tied up, 20-20 after the 3-point play. Chargers working the ball to Sean Cushman. Cushman finding Brandon Bowser, and we're going to have a foul called. Williams was trying to go off the races after a Midland steal, but the Chargers with a little bit of a hip check, and the foul will have Midland have the ball out of bounds. Neither team in the bonus.
Well, in a loose ball like that, both players have equal right to the ball. And when number 34 for Dow
Bowser
is Bowser, and you cannot throw your hip to deter the direction of Williams's chance at the ball, and that's why the foul was called.
Williams working the ball right now for the Midland High Chemics. Now to Joe View. View goes inside to Blanky, and Blanky is unstoppable here in the first half. Chalk up another basket, and I believe that Blanky is at 16 points in the first half alone. Midland's got a 2-point lead. Chargers going inside, now working over. Shot taken by Blake Appel. The three-pointer is no good, out of bounds. Midland basketball.
Well, offensively, this is the Nathan Blanky show. But I know that Eric really would like to see more balance.
1:20 to play, and we've got another foul called on the Dow High Chargers. I'm not sure that is something that Dave McDonald wants. A couple of fouls well away from the basket.
Yeah, anytime you're about 75 feet from the basket, it's really not a smart foul. You know, if you're ahead and close to the end of the half, maybe, but no, right now that's not a smart foul.
Chargers putting a little bit of a press on the Midland High Chemics, and Williams struggling to get across midcourt. He does. Williams being guarded by Garner, and now Alec Johnson takes a three-pointer. Shot is no good. Garner with it, off to the races he goes. Garner with a great feed, and up and in. Gavin Grochek getting his first basket of the game. Grochek takes the pass from Garner, and we're back to all tied up, 22 apiece, with under a minute to play in the second quarter. Joe View in the paint, goes back to Williams. Three-pointer, bounces around, does not fall through, out of bounds, and
not sure.
Well, I guess it'll be Dow basketball, but no real signal from the official.
It may have been verbal. But we're a long ways away. We were not privileged to that.
40 seconds on the clock. Back and forth, a great game. These two teams have exchanged scores and have tied it up all first half. Dow with the ball, clock at 30 seconds. Malik Garner with the ball for the Chargers. Garner goes inside to Brennan Calhoun. Calhoun had Chemics all over him, and the ball goes out of bounds. Dow will keep possession.
We have 20 seconds left and score 22-22. You can't get any closer than this. This has been a great first half.
Chargers inbound to Gardner. Now working to Gavin Grochek. Grochek had a pretty good game the first outing for the Chargers. He's been quiet tonight for the most part. Malik Gardner with the ball. Now to Blake Appel. Clock down to 5 seconds. Couple of dribbles taken by Bowser, who fires one up and counted. Long two-pointer. Actually, check that. That is Ian Cook, who checked into the game because of this three-point range. And Ian Cook able to get the three-pointer or two-pointer to fall through at the buzzer. And the Dow High Chargers will have a 2-point lead going into halftime. Well, you come off the bench, you haven't played all game, and you're asked to score points. That's exactly what happened. Ian Cook giving the Chargers a halftime lead.
Yeah, it's an opportunity to tell the coach, hey, I'd like to play a little more in the second half, huh?
Absolutely. We are at halftime. Great back and forth contest here at Midland High. Do not go anywhere. We will be back with the third quarter in just a moment. At halftime, it is the Dow High Chargers 24, the Midland High Chemics 22. And we welcome you back to Midland High, getting set for quarter number 3. High school boys basketball on MPS TV, channel 98. The Dow High Chargers leading the Midland High Chemics 24-22. And the first half controlled for Midland by Nathan Blanky. He is leading all scorers with 16 points. And Tom Bell, that's something that the Midland High Chemics love to see, with Blanky scoring so many points. The question is, can he score that many in the second half, and who else will step up for the Midland High Chemics? Well,
and Midland High offensively has a lot of scoring threats, and Dow has just allowed Blanky to get comfortable in the first half. He's got 16, and that's all well and good. Johnson has been held to 2. not getting an awful lot of shot opportunities. And really, for Midland to win this game, they've got to get some other people in the scoring column. They've only seen 4 players score, and Walter has 1, Johnson 2, Smith got a 3-pointer towards the end of the first half, and then Blanky with 16.
For the Dow High Chargers, they have pretty much evened up the scoring. Boy, the floor is nice at Midland High. The Dow High Chargers with Sean Cushman and Blake Appel having about 8 points apiece for the Dow High Chargers, and that's something that Dave McDonald will be very happy with as the Chargers look to even out the scoring against Midland.
Yeah, and when you've got guys that are getting some shots, they're spreading it around. You've got people that are continuing to move and work hard on the offense. It was evident that a couple of possessions, Midland High started to stand around and watch for Blanky to take over the offense. And when you have an offense that's basically relying on one person scoring, the others standing, it's really hard to win a game like that.
2-point game. It has been back and forth the first half, and we'll see what happens here in the second half. You can get involved with MCTV. Become a volunteer by picking up your phone and calling that number, 837-3474, heading online or checking us out on Facebook. The next orientation to get involved is coming up on Saturday, February 11th. It's about a 3-hour orientation. The cost is just not that much. You can find out. All it costs is $45. That covers your training and your first year as a public access user. For more information, again, call 837-3474. Get involved in that orientation, again, coming up on February 11th. Midland High with the basketball to begin quarter number 3. Chargers with a 2-point lead. Dow High nearly coming up with a steal. Midland High now working the ball around. Midland High's Jake Smith on the floor, works it over to Blanky. Blanky goes inside to Joe View. View powers his way and will be fouled. Brandon Calhoun and Joe View, that's a great matchup underneath. View winning that one.
Well, and Joe View, the lineman for Midland High's football team, was able to use some of his size and leverage there to try to get the shot off on the baseline. And all Calhoun could do was to just try to swat away at the arm.
View misses the first free throw. He smiled about it. Misses the second one as well. Not as much of a smile after 2 misses. And the score remains 24-22.
And now it turns out to be a smart foul, I guess.
Dow High on the far side, Gavin Grochek working to Sean Cushman. Cushman now to Brandon Calhoun. Calhoun on the baseline. Calhoun has seen limited action this year for the Chargers, and Blake Appel turning. He is now in double digits. Appel with 10 points, and the Chargers leading by 4. We're just underway in the second half. Alec Johnson with the ball for Midland. Johnson going baseline. Can't get a shot to go. Rebound by Brandon Bowser.
Fair amount of contact, but the officials are letting them play.
Bowser thinking about the 3, decided against it. Now it's a 3-pointer for Blake Appel, and Appel has got 5 points here in the second half alone. The Chargers have their biggest lead, 29-22 Dow, 6:40 to go. Midland's David Walter with the basketball to Jake Smith. Smith taking the screen but can't find anybody open. Goes back to Walter, over to Joe View. View working onto the baseline. View now works it back up over to Alec Johnson. Johnson taking a couple of dribbles inside, stolen away. Bowser coming up with the steal. Gavin Grochek will feed it to Cushman. Cushman laying it off the glass, and Eric Kraus wants a 30-second timeout. 9-point lead for the Dow High Chargers, 31-22, and Kraus looking to stop the scoring that the Dow High Chargers are doing here at Midland High. High school basketball here on MPS TV. Glad you could be with us. And an upcoming event that you want to put on your calendars is coming up on March 23rd as Midland High and Dow High's booster programs work together for an evening of dancing, gaming, entertainment, food, and spirits to raise funds for both athletic programs. This will take place at Dow Diamond, and it's an evening you don't want to miss. They're calling it the Booster Bash, and you can contact either Midland High or Dow High's Booster Club or Athletic Department for more information. March 23rd is the day of the bash.
Well, it was quite indicative of right before that timeout. Once it was called, once it was called, Dow High ran to their timeout. Midland walked. So right now, Midland has really got to pick up the tempo and stop the bleeding here. Dow High's offense is in high gear.
Yeah, the momentum right now clearly in favor of the Chargers. Dow High working around on the far side. Sean Cushman quickly over to Gavin Grochek. Grochek with the ball now.